So Jermall Charlo has said that if it makes sense that he can make something happen with Adamas and Janibek. He said that he's never ducked anybody. You know what I'm saying? Which when it comes down to promoters and things like that, I can understand what he's saying. Like most of these boxers, they don't duck anybody. I think I forgot what older boxer said that. I don't know if it was Julio Cesar Chavez. He recently said that saying. He said that guys don't duck anybody. You know what I'm saying? It's just, he didn't want to say promoters or anything, but he was just saying the fighters, they don't duck anybody. You know what I'm saying? Which I can agree on that. That's why I kind of try to. I naturally lean towards that because guys want to get into a match about somebody ducking and all this other stuff, so I got to defend certain guys. But I'm naturally trying to get away from that kind of habit because a lot of guys don't really duck. They make good business decisions now. You know what I'm saying? Like Munguia, he making a good business decision, keeping his self undefeated right now because if he would have been doing what everybody else wanted to do, he'd probably have a loss right now. So when it comes to certain things like that, yeah, you got to put yourself in a certain position. That's why Charlo has taken his time and taking certain fights to where people can't say they're just complete tune-ups, that they're actually decent competition. So I feel like everything's falling in line. But with Janibek and Carlos Adames, well, with Charlo, I don't know if Charlo know it or not, but they already made him the mandatory for Adames. So he can say that if it makes sense and all that other stuff, but bro, they gonna strip your belt if you don't make something happen. So it definitely gonna make sense with Adames. They gonna try to use you and Adames to knock each other off, then we'll see if Adames can make it to Janibek after that, if he wins. But they're definitely putting something together. I don't know if you know about it yet, but they already got you guys lined up to fight very, very soon. As soon as the winter time's over with, y'all should be fighting. So yeah, that's I had just forgot. I just did a video about that. Those guys supposed to fight. But yeah, I don't know why they asking them about Janibek when he got this Carlos Adames mandatory fight. Look like it's coming up. It look like it's coming up soon too. If you want to keep his belt. Cause I was asking about it earlier. I thought during the summer they was gonna try to do something with Janibek and Charlo. I said, oh, Janibek and Charlo. Everybody's saying that they supposed to fight soon, so that most likely be in the summer. No, that wasn't in the summer. Definitely wasn't in the summer. That's why I'm trying to figure out when something's gonna happen. But now it looks like Charlo's trying to figure out where he's gonna go, but Janibek should be the only option at this point. Not Janibek, but Carlos Adames. But yeah, he gonna have to make sense soon because a lot of these people, they put mandatories together and a lot of things, and they're changing eras now. They're going from the older guys to the younger guys. The older guys ain't fighting like that no more. They're not as active, so not really as valuable anymore. That's why I let a lot of guys cash out this year on some big fights, like Jermall Charlo, different guys like that. But they finna have some fights for these other guys who are younger, who've been fighting already for the past 2 or 3 years on undercards and co-main events and things like that. If you're not Tank or Wilder or Anthony Joshua or somebody like that, 9 times out of 10, you ain't finna be just calling the shots like you had the past couple of years or thought you were. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're not getting in big fights. It's definitely not happening. lot of these guys are like, oh, I'm looking for a big fight. I'm trying to fight this guy. This will be a big fight between this guy. I don't like how as soon as Adamas called out Janibek, though, they trying to put a fight together with Adamas and Charlo. It's like, man, we should have already had that Charlo Adamas fight happen. We could have been on to the winner fighting Janibek. They ain't trying to put no fight together, man. I mean, in that division, that stuff should have already been going on. That division has been dry. It hasn't been really dominating. We don't have any clear-cut champions in the division. Everybody basically got in there new, except Charlo, Adamas, and Janibek. They're new as far as being belt holders. They should have already had that situation figured out. I know Charlo trying to put the fight together with Canelo. I guess if he chooses to fight Canelo, I guess he gonna drop the belts then. He like, yeah, Canelo, I'll still fight you. Yeah. He must don't know that he got a mandatory with Adamas coming up. I guess he been real busy. But I know one thing. If he don't be able to make weight soon, I know everybody saying, yeah, Charlo look good and all that. Bro, he ain't make weight. Until he made weight, he ain't look good to me. Cause I done seen Benavidez gonna knock dudes' heads off after not making weight. And the first thing people say is, well, he ain't make weight. Stay bringing that up. This dude ain't make weight at all, man. That's definitely not the move. After all that stuff you got going on, bro, if you wouldn't have went out there and lost heavy like that, that would have been a huge problem for me. That's what I'm thinking about more than the performance. I knew he was gonna fight good. He always in shape. But for him to be heavy like that and acting like that's not a problem, nah, that's a huge problem. That's what I'm saying, man. A lot of people giving pass to certain guys for doing certain things. And they try to act like, oh, that's not a big deal. That's definitely a big deal. If you do it against Adamas, you're going to end up losing your belt and you're going to end up getting knocked out. Because they ain't going to do no catch weight at that weigh-in for that fight. That fight mandated. I think the WBC mandate that fight. I think the WBC mandated that fight. So he definitely got some issues as far as him trying to move over there with Canelo at. Canelo ain't chose him by the time he supposed to fight Adamas. Hey, you gonna have to go ahead and try to defend them belts. That belt. Every minute, if you don't, you're gonna end up losing. And I don't know if this Jose Benavidez fight gonna have him prepared for Adamas. I honestly don't. Adamas been out for a little while, but he should still be in good shape. So I ain't gonna say it's gonna affect him. I seen a couple of things that Charlo could exploit in the Julian J-Rock fight, but I don't know. He gonna have to come in better shape, man. Especially on weight. I mean, you can be in shape at a higher weight, but nah, man, that ain't gonna work. If he does do it, Adamas should be an option for everybody. That's gonna be a good fight too. I ain't gonna lie. That's gonna be a very good fight. I feel like that's somebody who's gonna make Charlo fight for real. We'll see a whole different side of Charlo. That'll be a very good fight. I try to tell people over the years, people like, oh, trying to compare Charlos and all that. I'm like, man, just let these guys be. Just let these guys be, man. Let these guys be. I know people like the hot temper guy and all that stuff, but this Charlo, he know what he's doing too. But he just gotta get everything back in order, man. Hopefully everything come together. But that only 4 weeks of training thing that Ronnie Shield was talking about, that's definitely a problem. Only 4 weeks of training? Nah, Charlo, ain't nobody, bro. That's definitely not it. You probably could got a knockout if you was training. You ain't been training at all. What you been doing? I mean, you can still stay in shape. That's part of therapy, man. Staying in shape. Working out. First thing you said is, man, I've been boxing my whole life. We know that. Shoot, that's probably why you ain't acting like yourself. You ain't boxing 2 years. I've been boxing my whole life. We know that. What? Of course you have. Yeah, but I feel like the Adames and Charlo, I'm gonna start covering that fight a little bit more soon, cause it's eventually gonna get made. So I want to try to build that up a little bit. That's gonna be something I'm gonna definitely like to see. But I feel like they don't have that many options as far as what they can do and different things like that right now. They just gotta wait on each other. But as far as right now, all Charlo has to do is basically wait on Adames the mandate to go down, or he can basically just go ahead and set something up, because it's eventually gonna happen. They already said they're gonna set it up. I forgot what the stipulation was as far as when they were gonna do everything or force them to do everything, but it's gonna happen very soon. Very soon it's gonna happen. But this gonna make boxing better though. Everybody fighting each other, you know, the belts going around. We can finally have this little Undisputed stuff. Like, Undisputed starting to get watered down, though, I'm be honest. They might well just go ahead and make one belt. Because a lot of guys, they talking about Undisputed and all that other stuff. That's cool and everything, but we still want to see certain fights. If Undisputed gonna keep us from seeing fights, the dream fights we want to see, I don't care about Undisputed. To be honest with you, if he gonna start the dream fights, I don't care about it. I definitely want to see Charlo fight Adames though. That's all I got though. Like and subscribe.